Welcome to London. Oh, this is something between me and my wonderful producer, Mike Goldfarb. He told me to show me scenics that I wouldn't recognize. No, I don't know what that is. I'm going to guess it's the Tower Bridge, he's telling me in my ear. Okay, Goldfarb, I see you. We're in London, or the UK, as we like to call it. Kay Adams here on Up and Adams Show. We've got a 10 out of 10 on this October 10th. We are at the Wilton Arms. If you're around, it's been here since 1826. People probably passed out and died here. Who knows what happens? Wars have been fought, all sorts of things. We are having a great time, though, in London, being so welcoming to us, of course. Back-to-back action in the NFL. The Jags were here 2 weeks now. The Ravens, I believe, got here last night. They've got a Week 6 bout, so we are going to get into all of the things. But when I explain to you, we have a loaded show. This is like Goldfarb is already in my ear saying, stop talking, get to everything, because we need to get to all of our guests. Take a look at who we have on the program. We have Cam Jordan finally making his 2023 debut. He was on a show last year, of course. He's all over the media, of course, getting a big Saints win. He's had a lot of success playing here in London. We'll talk to him. Maybe a little Jordan Love. We'll get to a little, I don't know, who's big his rival is since Cam Newton's out of the league. Cheers to Cam Jordan. Daniel Jones. He'll face the music. Tough team. I don't want bad answers. I want him to be frustrated. If he's not frustrated, I'm not going to want to talk to Daniel Jones today. We got Gabe Davis on the program. Gabe Davis, our friend from the preseason. We got to talk to him face-to-face in Buffalo. And as always on Tuesdays, Deebo Samuel is in the building. I cannot wait to talk to him. He's had some amazing plays. I saw a Deebo Samuel jersey at Tottenham Stadium last week when the Jags took care of business against the Bills. All right, let's get through the bow that is atop Week 5, and let's say goodbye. What am I dressed like today? Who am I trying to be here in London? Jackie and Jordan turned me out today, people. Keep the tweets coming at Up and Adams Show. I'm seeing all these subscribers and all of the YouTube chat take off as well. So Tower Bridge 2, Week 6, and the wrap up to Week 5. Here we go. So I want to talk about what happened in Vegas. Vegas is where the Super Bowl will be played, and the Raiders did just enough. Thank God, because Devontae Adams, he was not having it. He was not liking it. He's got Green Bay in town. I mean, poor Carmen Vitale of Fox Sports couldn't even book a hotel because all the Packers fans from Appleton and Waukesha and everywhere came in Brookfield to book up hotel rooms to see their Packers and Jordan Love bounce back from a poor showing and get a win, and it did not happen. Huge goal line stand. They picked off Jordan Love 3 times, I do believe. I've had Jordan Love's back. It's a little tough right now, but the beauty that we want to show you is not about the Packers. Of course, it is. Okay, Jordan, let's see what we can do here. Oh, Amik Robertson. Oh, my gosh. This is a 5'9" corner rising up against a towering, what was the Tower Bridge? This is the Tower Bridge of wide receivers named Christian Watson, who I believe is 6'3"-ish. He's got 4 inches on him. Robertson wants it more, makes the play, puts the game away. It was absolutely incredible. And it was a big moment for the team. You get the emotional win. You get it on the road. You get it at home there, at Allegiant, in front of your fan base. And it's awesome. And, those Packers fans who all invaded Allegiant left home unhappy. Hopefully not on an Allegiant flight. Oh, but had to do it. Packers fall to 2-3. That means the Lions, who are 4-1. I mean, do they have the biggest buffer? Do they have the biggest lead of any team in any division in the NFL? The Lions do, and everybody loves them. Chris Carter, Calvin Johnson, all the Hall of Famers popping up on our show since July saying that this team's going to make noise, and it is. And for Green Bay, I hate to say it, we know the margin of error is squeaky tight in this NFL, okay? And Jordan Love did not look the part, and I'm scared we're going to look back at this when the player picture starts taking form and say, man, if only the Packers hadn't blown every opportunity they had against this Raiders team for 4 quarters. Every game counts so much, and the Jordan Love questions are beginning to get louder and louder. Do we have, speaking of louder and louder, our first guest of the day? Okay, let's bring him in. I want to bring in Cam Jordan, who we know and love, and who, by the way, played against Jordan Love this season. And he's sitting in his car, and I'm sitting in London at a bar for no reason. How are you, Cam?
You're at a bar this one? I guess it was like a 6-hour time difference. Love that for you.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I love everything for you, everything you've got going on. We're going to get to your big Saints win. We appreciate you for hanging out with us. Tell me a little bit about Jordan Love and what's going on here. I mean, you're an 8-time Pro Bowler. You've seen it all. You faced him, and it's not looking good again.
Yeah, we faced him 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think that, the Green Bay Packers have a young quarterback. They're still trying to figure out how best to utilize him. Against us, there's a lot of dinks and dunks, but you try to instill confidence in a young quarterback so he can grow. So we'll see how the season turns out. But you figure with our defense, whatever it is, I'm always in love with how our defense is growing more than how another quarterback is doing.
Yeah. What was the, let's give love to your defense. What was the score in the Patriots game, the final score? 34-0?
34-0 against a Bill Belichick team is dream worthy. Like, that's one of those wins that, you'll think about for a long time. You feel like Tyrann Mathieu had the first interception, first score of the game. Our defense had 3 turnovers altogether from start to finish, 4 quarters of excellent play on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not saying like I want that to be an every game occurrence, but I would love for that to be an every game occurrence.
It's happened to you 5 times in your career, Hamilton's telling me. 5 blanks of opposing offenses. Why is this Belichick one a little special? I can tell just by the way you're trying not to smile, but you're smiling.
Because it's the most current one. You feel like it's week to week. But honestly, that's also Bill Belichick. It's a Hall of Fame coach. It's somebody who has a game plan and has phenomenal halftime adjustments. That what he specializes is adjustments. And for us to come out not only the first half, but the second half as well and still have that amount of success, that's why it's going to stick out. I feel like if I've had 5 of them, one of them has been against the Raiders. One might have been, one or two. In fact, 2 of them might have been against Tampa Bay. And I can't recall the last one. So, if that's
He's
awesome,
looking.
that is. But yeah, I remember because it was, it was the latest one, and it was a complete game on all 3 phases.
Hamilton's going to get the numbers for you because he was digging into the numbers. Do you know, and this is something that Hamilton told me this morning on our walk over, do you know that this is the best defense that you've had in your career in New Orleans in both scoring and total defense? You guys rank 4th in the league overall, but this is the best defense that you've had. What?
Sitting at 3-2, whatever gets us more wins and more W's in the wins column. That's all I could care about. At the end of the day, if you are the 32nd ranked defense and you have a Super Bowl ring, nobody cares. All I'm looking for is playoff contention. I could care less. I do love the fact that our defense is a reason why we're in games, a reason why we're trying to win games. And I wish, we were the reason why we're winning each and every game. If we sitting at 5-0, we have the best defense, I'd be overexcited. There's been times where we have room for improvement. We're trying to improve our third downs percentage. We're trying to improve our D line getting home at the quarterback. There's so much room for improvement. We're focused on how to improve now.
Usually when I talk to you, and it's every year, you want the Super Bowl ring. It's all you're chasing. It's all that's important to you. You've always had that mentality. But usually the expectation's at a 10 for y'all. This year and even last year, it's not. Does that help you? Do you prefer that? Because y'all can sneak in and make it happen with this defense, with this well-rounded team. And it's not being talked about. And I think that might will it and make it happen or something more.
Right. At the end of the day, expectations doesn't help win games. Hype, whether it be a lot of hype or everybody sees you as an underdog. Guess what it doesn't do? Help you play on Sundays. At the end of the day, each year in the past has not led to a Super Bowl. So I'm hoping something this year with our current locker room leaders, guys like Alvin Kamara, guys like the way Marshawn Lattimore has become the epitome of a strap down corner. Tyrann Mathieu, you talk about Demario Davis, not even the up and coming, the surging play of a Pete Warner, the way Carl Granderson has been played, the additions of Colin Sanders, Brian Brzee, everything on defense tells me we're going to be a good defense, enough to get us to where we want to be. And at the end of the day, as long as we can make a bid for the playoffs, we can then try and get after something that's been eluding me for 12 or 13 seasons. So I could care less about the hype or the lack of hype. I'm here to play football. We got to earn that each and every time we take the practice field, as well as each time we take the game. Each time we take to the game.
I think that mentality is going a long way in that locker room. You got some young guys in there. You got some guys who have a lot to prove, I'm sure. Bucks twice you blanked. The Dolphins, the Raiders, and now the Patriots. Those are the 5.
Okay. So
I want to talk about this game you had personally. Yeah. Three in your division is pretty freaking nice. And then, of course, your Hall of Fame bound head coach and Bill Belichick that you got a sack, a fumble recovery in this one. Was this one of the weirdest or weirder fumbles that you saw? Can you explain to me sort of how you even tracked the ball and scooped it up with that hop it took?
Right, I didn't. I literally was, I was bending the corner. I'm about to go make this TFL. I'm more excited about this TFL than this ball hitting the ground. I'm like, I'm about to blank this ball. I'm like, I'm trying to put this kid on the map here. And then, it just comes down to where the ball hits his backhand. I'm like, I'm lunging for the ball, so I don't even have time to scoop it. I wish it was a scoop and score. Like, that's what I'm saying, that little minor room for improvement. And I planted the foot in the ground, been able to scoop and score. Like, that would have put my, on the highest levels. But I scooped that ball up and I literally just double clutched. I was like, I can't mess this up. I double clutched the ball in and my teammates were helping me pick up, Alontae Taylor, Brian Mazees hooked me up. And I was like, glory to God, look at God. That's not, that was just a mishap for them, which turned into a blessing for me. Hey,
it was crazy.
The ball.
It was absolutely crazy. It was an amazing play. You wrecked shop or whatever. I want to talk to you about Derek Carr because you're saying you're being very earnest about your goals, your intentions, getting a Super Bowl. He had 2 touchdown passes. He had a good day. What has he brought to the table that convinces you he can get you guys there this year?
I mean, just that calm level and demeanor that he takes to practice. And he has the emphasis, you can look at him and tell that he's fully bought in. I feel like when you have a quarterback that wants to win, wants to compete, we're at practice, we're doing competition one versus ones on a Friday, just trying to get that extra edge. He is like a propellant of that. He feels it. He like the first week we dominated, the second week we dominated, the third week in practice, he comes back, he starts fighting back. He's like, give me more. If you're going to pressure me now. If you're going to blitz me now. Like he's asking to, he's like, I wish I didn't have this red jersey on. That's the type of quarterback Derek Carr has shown to be. And I love that type of competitive streak in him. Yeah. And so he takes the game. He's like, bro, we scored 2 touchdowns this week or whatever. We scored 1 shot. We could put double the points up. This past week and on Monday we break down the film and he's already excited about how many more touchdowns he could score. He's like, man, yeah, I know we put up 27 on offense, but we could have put up 35. It's on me. This is where I'm gonna do better. Wow. He's already taken accountability for so much. And for anybody in this league to take that type of accountability or responsibility, that fervent for wanting to be in the end zone, that's what you love to see. So we're excited. We're 5 games in. A couple games from now, let's talk about it. 10 games from now, let's definitely talk about it. Hopefully the playoff picture gets clearer and we're in it. Can't wait to talk about it. But till then, I just love that he loves trying to put more touchdowns on the board.
I think it's important that you're saying this because I've heard people say there's questions about this quarterback's toughness. There's questions about that kind of stuff. And it's never from guys that he's really close with, like Devontae Adams. But I've heard it. And I like that you're saying he's out there wanting to score. And the fact that he's out there a week later with that shoulder sort of says it all.
Right. I mean, I don't know what toughness comes to play. I mean, he clearly had a shoulder or whatever, came in next week and was like, no excuses. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play in the game. I need to play in the game. And as you can tell, I'm juiced up. I just got done talking to it's Tuesdays. So I just got done talking to a school down here in Gretna, down in the West Bank in Louisiana. But when you watch that type of energy, it's infectious. You're like, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. As well as the defense side of the ball, we're like, hey, if we can stifle them, who can't win? A team that doesn't score. And so we can keep them out the end zone. We have a better chance to score. We can keep them out off the 50. Our percentages just keep on going higher and higher. Now, we can't play a perfect game each and every game, but we can strive for perfection. And I think with, the guys that we have in our locker room, we look at each other, the underrated guys that nobody's talking about, the Malcolm Roaches. You talk about Nathan Shepard, our linebacker, Zach Bond. Everybody talks about Alontae and Marshawn, but Paulson Deebo's having a great year himself. I think that, Marcus May, I think, comes back this week. We're only getting stronger, and I hope we can only play better this next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games we got left.
You got to keep that 0 going up against C.J. Stroud. He looks pretty good at those Texans. That's your Week 6 matchup, Cam.
He looks great.
You like a rookie?
Looks great. No. Honestly, you say like a second or third year that's been doing this. He looks great. I think he's poised in the pocket. He's made some great throws. He's made a lot of plays, extended plays with his feet. He's got a fresh body. He's not like he's been hit much. He's all of 20, 21. You know, so he's got fresh legs.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, he doesn't have a sore bone in his body. So as a quarterback, they live great lives. You know, they only get hit on Sunday. So it's going to be up to the defensive line to keep him contained. And
I mean, you're
him.
saying all this nice stuff, and it's all to destroy the poor man's soul on Sunday. And I'm a big CJ Stroud fan, but you are balling. I mean, you and George Kittle coming off of 3 touchdown games. Like, your girl's got to get some Little Caesars when she goes home, so I can have superpowers like you and your boy Kittle do week in, week out in the NFL. I love you, Cam. I love your podcast. I love everything you're doing. Keep balling. Walter Payton Man of the Year, of course, with everything you do in the community. Look at this man. He agrees to come on my show. He's reading to kids at school right now. Like, you can do no wrong. We love you, Cam. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me on. You know you always kill it, so I always tap in. I be seeing you work from afar. So, you know, one day.
just a little. Cam's going to take over the media world whenever he gets that Super Bowl ring. And he's a nightmare for all quarterbacks. The next one included Daniel Jones is on the show. Deebo Samuel is on the program. We are going to talk to Gabe Davis of the Buffalo Bills after this as well. But don't go anywhere. So you've got Deebo coming on. You've got Gabe Davis. And does Gabe Davis have a day off after even they flew back on Sunday? They did?
Yes, yeah, they definitely flew back right after the game.
Okay, cool. And then Deebo. Okay, good. Daniel, are you here?
I'm here. What's going on?
Hi, I'm in London. Just hanging out.
How's it going?
Ask me why I don't know. We flew out here for a game. How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. Feeling better.
Good. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, we'll talk here in a minute.
All right.
Did you like London when you came over here?
It was okay. I didn't really do much. I didn't really go into London. We stayed an hour outside, and I went into the town there, but I really didn't do a whole lot. It was all right. I like America better.
Lame. You like America better. Well, there's a take. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute. I'm glad you can hear me. You guys have questions for Daniel Jones? All right, we are in London. I think that's Tottenham Stadium. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this was last week. We had so much fun here the past couple of days. We'll be back at Tottenham Stadium this week, I believe on Thursday, joined by some unnamed, undisclosed soccer players. You know anything about that, Hamilton? You know who we're having on the show? Some Tottenham Hotspurs. I just want Ted Lasso. That's it. And I want the guy that says life is ball. Football is life. That's the thing. Oh, okay, guys, keep tweeting at Up and Adam Show. Deebo Samuel will be on the program. Gabe Davis is here. But let's welcome in the starting quarterback for the New York Giants, Daniel Jones. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Kay?
I'm good. I'm in London. You guys played, as I'm looking right here, you played at Tottenham last year, so you knew that stadium, even though I was there a couple of days ago, and I couldn't even recognize it. But you guys crushed in that game. You scored 17 unanswered on the Packers. On a sprained ankle, I do believe I remember, and you beat them 27-22. What's your favorite part of that game, the London experience, or like what stuck out about the fans here who are wild?
Yeah, the fans were juiced the whole game. I remember in like pregame warm-ups, it was packed. Everyone was in there early, and they were juiced. They're cheering the whole game, regardless of what happens. And it was a fun environment to be in. I think that stadium's pretty cool. Yeah, we had a good time. It was a good trip.
Are you a soccer fan at all? Do you watch? Are you like a World Cup watcher? Anything? Ted Lasso fan?
I watched Ted Lasso. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I watched a little Ted Lasso.
Yeah, me too. We're trying to get Jason Sudeikis on the show. They're like, we don't have a season to promote. Like, nothing's going on. Like, we're not coming on the show. But we have you, and we're very excited. And we were packed with tons of guests on today's show. And we're trying to get some fan comments and questions in here. Everybody's just asking how you're feeling. Because the question's your health, right? It's a 31-16 loss to Miami. You leave in the fourth quarter with a neck injury. You've suffered that before. Tell everybody how you're feeling.
I'm feeling good. Feeling better. It's different than what I've dealt with in the past, so just trying to heal up as quickly as possible and follow the advice from the trainers and doctors, but I'm feeling better.
Oh, I thought it's not the same injury that kept you out of the last handful of games last year?
No, it's not the same.
Can you tell us how it's different?
I'm not going to get into the specifics of it. I mean, I think, it's part of it's a neck injury. But different than the last one, and hoping I can heal up quickly and doing everything I can to get out there as soon as possible.
I was listening to Coach Dable. I'm a little bit ahead of the New York time zone, but I tuned in, and he seemed, and he was optimistic that you'll be able to go on Sunday night. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's the goal. I'm going to do everything I can to be out there, and it's certainly the goal.
In terms of quarterbacking, from someone who's never been a quarterback, what is the hardest part about like making it through this injury and being able to play?
I think the biggest thing is just dealing with the contact. I think, getting hit in a certain way exposes you. And I think that's the biggest thing. So it's not necessarily, what would prevent me from doing anything, throwing or doing what I need to do, but just, taking a similar hit could affect it.
I know it's like a tough thing. It's a tough time. If things aren't going the way that you want them to. Giants fans are definitely not putting any blame on you at all. There's a lot of like problems on this team. Is there a lesson in all of this? Like, you got to think like, what am I learning this year when it comes to toughness, adversity, when it comes to you? Like what is the lesson in all of this that's going on right now?
I think there's a lot we can learn. I think, overall, I think we haven't played consistently to our potential. At times we've executed well. I think when you look at this past Sunday, I think we, did a lot of things that we went into the game trying to do, and we're able to control the ball. We're able to run the ball and possess it, have some longer drives, but we didn't finish. We didn't finish in the red zone. Defense came up with some turnovers. We didn't cash in with touchdowns, and that hurt us. So, I think there's some things we can learn from it, but it takes, when you're playing good teams, and we've played good teams, you gotta be able to do that for 60 minutes consistently, taking advantage of all your opportunities. And there's a lot to learn there, but we're gonna learn those lessons and continue to grow, maintain our confidence, and kind of stick together and know that there's a high sense of urgency to get all that corrected and get it fixed. But maintain the confidence that we're gonna turn it around.
And you were able to move the ball at sometimes against Miami. So there's some I liked what I saw out of Darren Waller. Gronk, last week when we were supposed to talk to you, but there's a scheduling conflict. Gronk was like, I need to ask him about Darren Waller. Because if you look at Waller, when he got back into the mix, he led the team with 8 catches. He had 88 yards. And this is a question from Gronk to you. How do you continue to get Darren Waller more involved and more involved in this offense? What do you want to say?
I think, a lot of the stuff underneath was working, a lot of the catch and run stuff with him and just getting the ball in his hands in space. He's versatile. He can play out wide, is almost a receiver and then putting him in different spots. So, I think we just got to keep doing some of the stuff that worked on Sunday in Miami. And then, when we have opportunities to push the ball down the field, doing that as well. But I thought he played well on Sunday, and we got to continue to get him the ball for sure.
And Sunday, of course, another primetime game. Von Miller is going to be back. It's going to be a tough task against these Bills. What else did you see? Darren Waller did look good, and you said there's some good to take into this game. What does that look like from your vantage point? What are we building on?
I think, some of our, run game early on, I thought we got downhill and were able to, move the ball that way. I think some of our quick, underneath passing game, getting the ball out and let guys catch and run. Some of that stuff was good. We gotta hit our, opportunities to make plays and we gotta, find ways to push the ball down the field. But, we protected the ball, and we're able to drive it on them. We just gotta finish those drives.
What's one thing I need to do in London before we let you go I know that you didn't get to really see the sights when you were here last year when you guys got that win over the Packers, but if you were to do my itinerary, what's one thing I cannot leave London without doing, Daniel?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I didn't do a whole lot in London besides hang out where we were, which was a little bit outside of London, but I don't know. Catch a soccer game? They got any soccer games going on right now?
You just said you don't even like soccer. I don't know. No, I think we're supposed to interview some Tottenham Hotspur players, and I'm going to pretend I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But it's good to see you smiling. I think to be honest, a bunch of Giants fans in the chat want to see you frustrated. What do you think of that? A lot of I want to see him mad. Does that happen outside the camera or no?
I mean, yeah, I'm certainly frustrated. We're all frustrated with where we are, and I think certainly didn't expect it to be in this position, but we're frustrated and using that to fuel us and how hard we're working. But at the end of the day, me coming on your show and being frustrated or being frustrated, all the time isn't really going to help us get a whole lot of results. So we're working hard. We know we got to fix a lot of issues, but working hard to do it.
Yeah, don't you guys understand? Dable's the hothead that gets out of hand and throws things and turns red as a tomato, and Daniel Jones is the even keel one who keeps it level. Who out of the players is the most demonstrative? The one that sort of turns into Hulk the easiest after a game? I'm just curious.
Saquon. I mean, Saquon can get pretty fired up. And maybe him.
Yeah. I mean, Daniel, tell me about, as we do each and every week, this is our tradition between you and I, Saquon. Let's go. I mean, we can talk about what are the biggest problems on this team. Everyone wants to say O-line, people want to say this, but Saquon not being out there is pretty much at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big part of what we do for sure. So, we'll look forward to having him back when he can get out there, and hopefully that's soon.
I mean, take your vitamins, eat your Wheaties, Saquon. We need you out there. It's a great opportunity to turn everything around on Sunday night. Bright lights, Daniel, let it rip. As always, we appreciate you for coming on and chatting with us for a bit. I will find out what soccer game I can go to. Probably one at a park or on the pub with a bunch of drunk dudes after work and pints of beer here at Wilton Arms in London. Thanks, Daniel.
All right. Thanks, Kay.
You're the best. Good luck to you against the Bills. We're going to take a break here. We're going to have Deebo Samuel on the show. Gabe Davis is popping by. You're looking at River Thames. I believe that's Big Ben, and that's all I know.
Let's go! Fred, can you believe it? Come on, go Niners! That's a win! Big dubs! 2-0, man. I love London, man. Number one in the AFC North, baby. Big dub. Big dub. Big dub, yeah! Eagles! Yeah! How about those Chiefs? You did a really good job.
Watching that defense go out there, sack him, get turnovers.
It can't get any more of a team victory. Right, that's love over fear right there.
When you smell competition, you show up.
We got to have that same hunger and dog mentality going up there to New York next week.
Championship starting the division, right? We got one. We got another division game next week.
Hey, great job today.
Who they think gonna beat the Bengals?
Chiefs on 3, 1, 2, 3. Chiefs.
You ain't on the team, what? Do you like Deebo? Deebo. Man, I'm big. I'm big. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Deebo Samuel to foot race. My goodness.
I won't quit. Keep on grinding.
And he makes the catch.
Man, I'm big.
I just feel like these Up and Adams appearances, as we are live from London here on a Tuesday, these live appearances for Deebo are really good luck charms because Yak Bro, Deebo Samuel, is back and this team is undefeated. How you feeling? And cheers to that.
Definitely cheers to that. Actually feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm really, really good. I'm a lot better than the Cowboys, okay? Because even your pregame fit, and once I saw it, and it was all black, I go, this is the funeral. This is a funeral for this Cowboys secondary. Can we see it? Do we have it? I think we have it. Oh, maybe not. No, I guess we don't. There. I mean, this right away, I was like, R.I.P.
Definitely RIP. I actually wore a suit last year when we played the Cowboys, so I definitely had. That's why I brought it back again.
I love that. So we're in London, and I was at the game last week, and obviously a lot of NFL fans, a lot of non-NFL fans, and it's the Bills and it's the Jags, and there were so many Deebo jerseys. I'm not even kidding. Everyone had a Deebo jersey, and I think we spotted a couple in the crowd. I think we have a picture of it. It was awesome. How cool is it to see your international impact in a game you're not even playing in?
It's actually crazy. It's just, you know what I'm saying? We have Niner fans all over the world, kind of like when we went to Mexico last year. It was just crazy how many fans that we had out there. And definitely, like, everywhere we go, we definitely have fans everywhere.
Yeah, but you were playing in that game. You weren't playing this when I saw so many of them. And I got to tell you, I'm sitting behind that guy. You know how they have those like T-shirt launchers? So in one of the commercial breaks, they're launching T-shirts. This guy, and it came right to him. He dropped it. And the entire crowd is like, you can't wear Deebo's jersey if you're going to drop a T-shirt like that. Everyone's drunk and yelling at this guy.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's just, it's just the impact that the sport itself just have on people. It's just good to see.
Deebo's being humble on a Tuesday. Okay, it's the impact you have, and you had it against the Cowboys. Let's get into it. 85 scrimmage yards, 8 touches. You're not even feeling 100%. I don't even have to ask you. I know you're not even feeling 100% yet, including this one. I want to talk about it. It's over the middle. It's from Brock. Talk me through it in the third quarter.
It's just crazy because Cal was like, we're going to go on a quick here. Like, as soon as we break the huddle, snap it just to get them off balance. And as you can see, like, Cal called like the perfect play for the defense that they actually end up running. And I definitely wanted to score this real bad. But, my former Gamecock, he still got a little juice, so he ended up making a tackle.
Oh, man, we were watching it. Me and Hamilton were watching it, and it felt like a momentum builder, a momentum shift in the game. Did it feel that way out there for you or just to us at home?
It was just crazy. We was building like momentum off like basically our defense and how well they was playing all game, and just the energy that they was bringing out there and stuff. We kind of fed off that and just was able to put up a lot of points.
And Mr. Kittle, I keep saying like it's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, duck, duck, goose, who's going to go off in any given game. And it was finally Kittle's turn on the Sunday night stage. 3 touchdowns on 3 catches. Everybody just hits a heater. Everybody has a minute. Did you know this was going to be the day that Kittle would score 3?
I definitely did. It's kind of like you said, it's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Like you never know who's going to go off. You never know like who there is going to be. That's why, I love this team and like how many people we have that can put the ball in the end zone.
He crushed it just on 3 grabs. You love to see it. The cameras caught you very fired up, Deebo Samuel, after the trick play. What are you telling your quarterback here?
That was a play that we actually run almost every week, and it was just good to hear Kyle calling it. We kind of knew like we was in the right position of the field, and like you could just see the energy that Purdy has. I mean, it's not just me; it's definitely him in the huddle every week, week in and week out, and it was just so happy. And then like. And we was winning, so I mean, you got an extra little energy, but it was just good to win.
What was the play called? Was it called F Dallas?
You must have seen Killer's shirt with that one.
I did. What was the play called though? Before we get to that,
it's just a flea flicker. That's definitely what the play was called. It's just like flea flicker, and then it just ended up working.
I mean, you're wearing all black before the game. Kittle's wearing this after the game. Didn't you see Dak Prescott leading up to this game? And he was so upset when the reporters were asking him about the Niners and how he's like, he's getting pissed at the podium. Y'all had to really do this to them? Come on now.
I mean, I think like, what I'm saying? We look at like every game the same, but this game had a little different from the history, but we couldn't get too hyped or, try to let our emotions get the best of us before the game. But, you can listen to them talking about like, you're just trying to get me mad before the game. You shouldn't be mad for the game. You should be really anxious to play. And it's just like the team that we have is just like, very humble and very excited. And the love that we have for the game, we just go out there and put it all out there.
You have a lot of love for Trey Lance, and a lot of people were saying all week long, Trey's going to give him the codes. Trey's going to tell him all the secrets. What did you make of that?
You can give them anything you want, but you still got to put the pads on to go out there and stop us. And I think that's kind of hard to do right now.
Why is it so hard? Is this the best team you've ever played on? What is happening with this Niner squad? Y'all are playing checkers out there, or chess. Everyone else is playing checkers.
Man, it's just so crazy. Like we're really clicking on all cylinders on all 3 phases, from special teams to defense to offense. The way that our defense is playing right now, it just give us the amount of turnovers they're causing, is just give us the energy to go out there, kind of redo what they're doing for us. Like they get an interception. That's like the opportunity for us to like go put a ball in the box and just keep building off that. But I think, this is the best team I've been on right now.
Yeah. No one's even no one's even close. No one's even close, Deebo.
It's crazy.
It's fun.
That boy number 13, man, he's a real deal.
Tell me why.
I mean, it's
After
just
5 weeks.
It's just his attitude. It's just like his demeanor and like, just him as a person. It's just like a lot of energy. Even when he makes mistakes, you really don't know he makes too many mistakes, but it's just like his preparation and how he be all week long. And when it comes to game time, like ever since he stepped in the huddle, the moment never been too big for him. He's always been the same.
We're going to get to the Deebo download now. We mentioned that shirt. I know you're saying you don't want to celebrate that much, but then the F. Dallas shirt came out. So I think y'all are feeling yourselves at least just a little bit. Micah Parsons in the Deebo download to kick it off here. He was talking about it on his podcast this week, and here's what Mr. Micah Parsons, had to say.
George Kittle had 3 touchdowns on us, and he posted this thing to IG. He said, F Dallas. I just feel like he's making it way more personal than it had to be. Kittle's my guy, but I'm going to say this. Laugh now, cry later. We got something for that. Just trust. If we see them again, just trust. And we're going to put it just like that. I ain't going to put too much on it. You're going to make it personal. We can make it personal.
I think,
How personal is it?
It was already personal before the game started. Now, 42-10, I don't think you want to see us again. It might be a little bit worse.
Okay. Wow. Deebo.
I don't know what we trust.
Micah, Deebo, I don't know what to say. I'm getting uncomfortable.
I don't know what we trust. We trust, laugh now, cry later. I mean, I don't think you want to see us again.
They don't want to. Okay, now Micah Parsons, I'm sure, will have something to say to that. The 2028 LA Olympics. Okay, that's where the Olympics are going to be here, or in LA. They're going to feature flag football. That's big news. That's exciting news. Apparently, Tyreek Hill wants the team to be full of NFL players, Deebo. Who would you pick to represent the USA as receivers and running backs in flag? Call a few guys out. Let's do some recruiting.
Definitely Tyreek Hill, because he's cheetah. He's one of the fastest in the league. I'm definitely going to go with Christian McCaffrey at running back. I could just name a lot of guys, Devontae Adams at receiver, another running back I can go with. I'm being biased right now, but I'm going with all my guys for sure. Brandon Ayuk out there, just names off the top of the head.
Not bad. All right, that was the Deebo download. Deebo, good luck this week. Let's see if you guys can keep it undefeated. We appreciate you stopping by, of course. And Micah Parsons, you're up. We're going to take a short break here. Big thanks to Daniel Jones, to Deebo, of course, to Cam Jordan for coming on the show. And straight off of a game and a flight from London back to Buffalo, we've got my favorite Gabe Davis is here. We're going to give him all the love. What is that face, Gabe? What is that face? Okay, let's figure this thing out. Hey, Gabe. Hi.
Oh, am I live? Oh, yeah. I thought we were.
No, we're coming back. No, we're coming back from commercial here in a minute. I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, what's up, Kay?
How are you? Where are you? Practice facility?
I'm at the facility right now. I was in the tubs, and then I got out because I remembered I had.
You dragged him out of the tub, Kay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we dragged him out of the tub. Look, I got like my little Cinderella birds trying to piece my Humpty Dumpty back together. My dress fell apart. Okay, Gabe, we're on in like a minute, and let's have fun.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Big play, Gabe.
I'm the man. Yeah, you know it.
Gabe Davis.
I'm the man. Yeah, you know it.
Unbelievable, Gabe Davis.
Work, dog. Flex on the mall. I'm the man.
One of my favorite players in the NFL. I love him. I love his mom. I love everything he's doing. By the way, 4 straight touchdowns. He got a touchdown for coming off a 100-yard game. I know it was a loss against the Jags, but Gabe Davis, how are you feeling? Hi.
Feeling good. Just at the facility right now, getting the body right. It's a long season, so. But overall, just feeling good.
Well, you're coming off a career year already, and now I just mentioned all of those touchdowns. I know it wasn't the result y'all wanted against Jacksonville. How are we going to change that around going into week 6?
I just feel like we just had another hiccup. I think we just got to stay consistent and playing the game that we play. We know how good we are, and we know how good we can be, and we have to stick to the plan and not switch anything up.
So I flew here on Friday because I'm in London still now. I went to the game. I didn't get to see you. I was bummed. I was late to the stadium and couldn't get on the field. But I was so tired. And I really think jet lag was a thing here. Like I wish y'all maybe would have come out a couple days early. Did you feel off at all from your routine coming in that late in the week?
It was different, but, didn't feel off. Was ready to go. No excuses. Just had to go out there and play. So I feel like there was much more than just the travel that was why, we didn't get the result we wanted.
What's Sean McDermott saying? I mean, that defense, obviously, and this is a team that, I was just talking to Deebo, and they're number one and whatever. Like, the Bills are right there, right? So coming off a loss, but a loss that there were some good things, and you didn't have Tre'Davious White and all the Von Miller. He's getting healthy. He's getting back. Like, what's the message this week in that locker room already early?
Just don't panic. It's a long season. We're 3-2. We're doing, we're still on track. We're still positive. Just got to, commit to what we do here each and every day. And I feel like that's what we do best. So no panicking is the big message.
And I'm not panicking because you did your part. Big Game Gabe was on display for the international audience, and me and Hamilton were in the audience cheering for you because 6 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. And to earn the 1 touchdown, I mean, you had to score twice, right? Here's the first one. The penalty was called. Talk me through this, Gabe.
No, just a simple rub route versus man-to-man. It's kind of set up for me. Diggs is supposed to rub the guy, and I feel like we both did a good job working together to be able to make that happen. And once I got across the field, I looked and saw Josh scrambling, so I just kind of leaked upfield to run away from the defender to get in the end zone and score a touchdown.
And so then when the penalty gets called, did you run up right to Josh and say, let's run that back, let's do it again? Because next play, here it goes.
Well, the penalty got called. And as soon as the certain play that we called, I was like, oh, this is going to be another touchdown to me. I just had a feeling about it. I knew what covers they were going to run. I knew what I was going to get. And for some reason, I told Josh when he threw that ball, I kind of had a feeling that that's where the ball play was going to be. It was going to be kind of a back shoulder kind of ball. We were running out of real estate in the back of the end zone. So be able to make that back shoulder catch, a super contested catch as well, had me hyped, man. I felt great because I was able to do it back-to-back. Ball don't lie. And it didn't lie right there.
I love seeing your face when that touchdown play was coming up because you smiled a little bit, which is amazing with what we love to see. And it was a beautiful grab and a touchdown. And the second half, I felt like brought a different rhythm, like a shift. You guys sort of found yourselves. And I remember when I saw you in August up at camp in New York, you said you want to be where your feet are. And I got to tell you, like, that stuck with me, and not in like any shallow way. Like, I've really been thinking about that. Be present, be where your feet are. Where are your feet right now heading into, I guess, almost the half mark of the season?
Yeah, for us, I'm right here, getting my body right, trying to be in the moment, make sure I'm not, focused on the future or focused on the past. Just sitting here trying to get ready for this week's game and focused on the Giants. That's all it is. It's pretty simple.
I love your mom, Alana. As you know, we talk about her a lot. We talked about her at Super Bowl. I love her tweets. She is an incredible supporter of you, truly, and as all moms are. What do you want to say to your mom right now? Just to give her a little shout out.
She's gonna be mad because I forgot to tell her that I was gonna be on the show. I always forget that when I'm gonna tell her.
You forgot you're gonna be on the show.
Yeah, so she's gonna be pissed because I did it to her last week in London for the NFL Network. I was on over there, and I forgot to tell her she was up at like 2 a.m. or something, and she saw it live without me even telling her. So I know she's gonna be mad about that. But you know, I'm glad I can be on your show. She loves you. She loves that you always support me, no matter what. And we both really appreciate that. But Mom, love you, and don't be mad when you see this and know that I didn't tell
Don't be
you.
mad. Okay, let's do something to make her not mad. Listen, like everybody's talking about Donna Kelsey, and I love Donna Kelsey. I love Jason. We love Travis. Why is your mom the best NFL mom?
Because she just stays under the radar. You know, she's just doing her own thing, watching the sun in her little cute little living room, with her wine or whatever it is. And, you know, she's happy no matter what the result is. She knows I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and she reminds me each and every day, you know, Gabe, I don't care if you have 20 touchdowns, you have no touchdowns. Like, your dream was to be in the NFL, and you're there, and you should be happy each and every day for that. And that's what she tries to always to remind.
Okay, so now she's not mad at you because you just had like the nicest thing anybody could ever say to their mom, which is amazing. All right, you got a game against Dable. Get those nice images out of your mind. Dable, the big fiery tomato, redheaded mad mess. What are the vibes going into Sunday Night Football against the Giants?
I love Dave's. Dave's is my guy. You know, he trusted me the day that I got here, and you know, we'll always have love for him. But excited to see him on Sunday night, and you know. But at the end of the day, obviously, we're gonna walk away with the dub against him. That'll be a good feeling. But you know, to us, it's just the same. It's just the same game, and can't wait to see him on Sunday.
Give me a Dave story because you're saying things, but your face is telling the real story here about facing Dave. Give me your best little Dave's nugget or story.
Dave's he's just a different cat. I know he's every time. What I loved about Dave's was every time we were at a away game, him and Shay would be out there walking outside. He'd just be smoking a cigar, just doing whatever each and every single week. I mean, that guy probably 4 or 5 cigars a day. He feels like I know he's happy to be the boss man over there. I know it's funny to see him in that position because I know it's kind of like I know you probably walk in his office. He's like got the Scarface vibe. He's got a cigar in his mouth. He's hanging out, chilling. So definitely something I see Gabe's doing.
I love that. Well, you're going to beat them on Sunday night. I bet it's a big, big game. Now, before I let you go, and I know that you've got a lot going on and you're getting rested, and it's a huge primetime game, which Alana's going to be live tweeting the shit out of that, and I can't wait for it. The Draft Academy, Winter Park, Florida. We got to talk about this. The Draft Academy, what was your motivation and sort of your inspo to start this up? And congrats on that.
I appreciate it. I mean, we just it's a facility. It's a health and wellness facility for people who just want to be healthy, but my personal interest in it was to be able to have kids to work on performance and recovery, and being able to just put kids around the best people in order to be put in the best spots they want to be in. I feel like that's what I had when I was growing up. I had the best opportunity to get to where I wanted to get. I want to give those kids the same opportunity by being around pros and being around good, genuine people to help them get to wherever they want to in life.
Amazing. Committed to helping athletes be the best version of themselves. It's the Draft Academy. Guys, hit up Gabe Davis's Twitter, his Insta, and for all that information. We are live from London. We're going to let you go. I know you got a big game. Anything I need to do in London before I left? What was different about playing over here? We got another game there this week.
I don't know. It really wasn't nothing. It was just a regular away game for me. I didn't do anything too crazy. I treated it as if I was, you know, over here. So same stuff for me. Didn't do anything too crazy. Had some fish and chips. That's part of that.
Was it good? I had fish and chips like 3 times already. I'm gaining about 10 pounds while over here in London.
Yeah. No, it was good. And the breakfast.
It's pretty good.
The food at the hotel was solid. It was probably the best hotel food I've ever had.
Yeah. I always feel bad that y'all like never get to go see anything or do anything fun.
Man, these guys get to go everywhere they want, and they all see it. That's all good. We got a bunch of time to go do that.
My favorite thing is that Sean McDermott like does a million push-ups every morning and has like a TRX machine like everywhere in his house, and Daboll's smoking 5 cigars a day. Like, could there be two more different dudes coaching on Sunday night?
Yeah, it is complete opposites. I mean, I'll be up here in the weight room at 6:30, and McDermott's out here getting a lift in or doing something. I mean, he's really routine, and he sticks to that routine, and it's definitely something to look up to when it comes to me being as old as he is.
Amazing. All right, we're going to go for touchdown number 5. We're going to go for a win this week over the Giants. We had Daniel Jones on the show. Take it easy on him by Bills. The Von Miller, he's looking good, right? Like, how's he feeling?
Von looks good. Von is positive about everything that he does, and I know he's ready to go and ready to play.
All right, well, let it rip. We can't wait to see what happens. Gabe Davis, congratulations to you on an amazing year. Career year last year. We're blowing that out of the water here in 2023. The Draft Academy, Alana Davis, it's all happening for Gabe, guys. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thanks for coming on. Get back in that tub. Poor Gabe. They're like, Gabe, get out of here. We got to get this interview done. We appreciate him. We appreciate Rock Nation. We appreciate he's got some of the best reps in the entire business, which we love. All right, we got Pick Me Up here. Let's see. We're going to start with Sam Howell because I don't know why y'all don't listen to me. Sam Howell is that man, people, and he's got to get it done. Let's see. He's averaging 50 dropbacks, over 300 yards a game. Dermacado, of course. Josh Reynolds, 4 for 76 in a score against the Panthers. And go ahead with Deontay Foreman. Herbert's out, and so he's got to get it done. He's a big value. Last year in Carolina, he'll do it again for you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow from London. Toodles.